Sets and Reps, Getting Them Right by Vince Gironda. For the sake of beginners, it should be understood that a repetition, rep, when applied to bodybuilding, is the movement of a weight or bar from point A to point B. For example, when a barbell is pushed overhead from the shoulder level and then returned to the starting position, it is known as one rep. Do it 6 times for 6 reps, and so on. A set is the performance of a group of reps. Do 10 reps and then put the weight down for one set of 10 reps. It is customary to pause for a brief rest after doing a set before starting the next one. The period between sets lasts from a few seconds to a few minutes. An average rest period between sets is 1 minute. You may notice in the various magazines that sets and reps are written numerically. For example, 4 sets of 12 reps would be abbreviated, 4 times 12. 3 sets of 8 would be written 3 times 8. For the purpose of clarity, numbers will be used for sets and reps throughout the book. The question of how many sets and reps to do is on everyone's mind. Even top champions can fall into the trap of thinking there is some ideal combination of sets and reps they should do. As I said before, there is no such animal. The number of sets and reps you do is restricted by A, the time available, B, your individual tolerance to physical stress, and C, your personal recuperative level. Those people who enjoy a high degree of robust health can experiment with varying intensity levels and chop and change their sets and reps to maximize their muscle development. There are guidelines, however. Calves and forearms, because of their large number of tightly packed muscle fibers in their respective areas, are considered high-rep muscles. This is not a rule carved in stone like one of the 10 Commandments. Generally speaking, both the lower legs and lower arms are stimulated to grow faster when high reps, 15 to 25, are used, rather than the standard system, 6 to 12. Abdominals, lower back, and thigh areas also respond quite well to higher repetitions, although unlike the calves and forearms, they can also be stimulated by low and medium reps. I have a definite preference for the 8x8 system of sets and reps, which I will explain in more detail later. Of course, this is not for beginners. You must work up to the stage where you can benefit from this extremely advanced form of training. I doubt if anyone with less than 2 years of training experience could benefit from this method. I call it the honest workout because of the pure muscle fiber that can be attained with this combination. Keep to 8x8 and your muscle fiber will plump out, giving you a solid mass of muscle density as a result. There will only be a minimum of capillary size built with this combination. Increasing your repetitions from 8 to 12 can reduce the stimulation to the muscle fibers, and consequently, they may not retain quite 100% of their former size, but you will find that 4 extra reps will trigger other growth factors. Your nerve pathways are better nourished, and the capillary and vascular areas are put under greater stress and virtually forced to expand. It could be argued that 4 extra reps can result in the addition of 10% more muscle. In my own experiments with repetitions, I tried doing everything from singles all the way up to 500 and more. I never got what I call a burn in my muscles using under 8 reps. And although I knew that my fibers were responding to this honest quality work, I became aware of something else happening when I pushed the reps to 12. A burn would arrive, sometimes accompanied by searing pain in the muscles under stress. Typically, at the conclusion of a set of 12 or more reps, I would be near screaming with pain. While doing a set of neck presses, I would be stomping my feet on the floor, chasing the pain from my body as the set concluded. There would be jagged, burning pains in my pectorals on the last additional reps. It's the same with calf work. After completing a set of donkey calf raises, I would almost toss my training partner off my back so that I could flop on a bench and massage the pain out of my calves. Yes, high reps can be painful, but used at the right time, in the correct manner, they can be very beneficial. I'm not saying that 12 reps are essential all the time, but you should consider using higher reps occasionally. When you find yourself posing the age-old question of whether you should use high weights and low reps in your exercises or low weights and high reps, consider what the ideal advice would be. Use high weight with high reps. Yes, it's easier said than done, and a state of achievement towards which you should definitely work. Those few bodybuilders who have managed it have huge muscles. Consider the enormity of Tom Platz's thighs. He has done an incredible 28 reps with 405 pounds and 52 reps with 350 pounds. Or reflect on Casey Viator's regular 20 reps using 330 pounds on the incline press. Have you seen his pecs and delts lately? The amount of sets you do depends on your training frequency and recuperation time. Bearing in mind that your intensity level should always be over 85% to trigger growth, you will find that the number of sets you need to achieve maximum stimulation is directly related to your intensity level. Personally, except for beginners, I would never recommend doing less than 3 sets of any exercise, even if your intensity were pushed up to 95%. An intensity of 100% is, of course, impossible. What is possible is working towards 100% of your potential intensity level, which in all probability is around 93 to 97%. The ceiling as far as sets are concerned is 15. Performing more than that of an exercise is to invite a catastrophic sticking point. Generally speaking, I'm in favor of limiting the number of sets per body part to 15 too, but there are certain occasions when I feel this rule could be justifiably broken. Use your head to keep your sets and reps within the boundaries of your recuperative abilities, while at the same time using the progressive method of striving to work your muscles with ever-increasing weight. Also adopt the practice of changing your exercises to avoid staleness. By following this method, you will, or should, if your motivation is solid, achieve a 40% enlargement of your muscle fibers. A further 5 to 8% of growth can result from capillary enlargement and reproduction,